Hello everyone, today is the 4th of July, Independence Day 2025, and what I would like to discuss today is the War of 1812, how it still sticks with us today, and we'll keep it at that because there's a lot to it to unpack. So wish me luck. I'm going to try my best for you guys. Here we go. Good afternoon, everyone. It is Independence Day, the 4th of July, 2025. And as some of you across the pond in the Commonwealth say, the Colonial Rebellion. Now, I put that in there because I like to quickly talk about the War of 1812. What I and many of my classmates I was in honors history as an adult learner in college, and we called it the Empire Strikes Back. And the polite conclusion was that it was a draw. It was just a draw. Some people argued the English Empire, the British, won, and they bring up a lot of good points as to why. But proudly, as someone who did push-ups on the quarterdeck, the Marines were recognized by the Brits as being the only ones to put up a good fight. In any case, as I took the long way today, and I kind of regret it because of all the traffic going on. But that being said, and it's not good traffic, it's people who only drive on weekends and holidays, so in any case, the War of 1812, the Empire Strikes Back. Now, why do we say that? Prior to the War of 1812, both gold and silver were money, constitutionally. It doesn't say just gold, it says gold and silver. Silver was predominant. More people could afford silver. It was easier to trade in silver. Silver coinage became very popular. There were notes out there, but notes were usually based in gold. There were lots of silver certificates out there, of course. But all in all, silver was the predominant. After the War of 1812, roughly 100 years prior to the IRS Act getting passed, just saying, you can draw your own coincidences on that. Suddenly, we became on a gold standard and had a lot of interactivity with the Bank of England, which is really not a bank, and it's not really of England, much akin to the U.S. Federal Reserve. It is a private company doing things, in this case, for the British Commonwealth. Now, what do they call that? The Commonwealth of... is it the Commonwealth of Nations? No, it's not the Commonwealth of Nations. Well, whatever that Commonwealth is called. Now apply what I mentioned about the IRS, Federal Reserve Act, and all that. And, come on, you guys are smart. You can put two and two together. Then we finally got off of... It was actually a slow decoupling. Nixon actually just did the final shot in 71 and just totally, air quotes, temporarily took us off of the gold standard. And we haven't been back on since. Some of the subscribers here were born well after 71. And I welcome you all too. It's not just an old man channel. In any case, I bring this up, let me say it this way, because we have, today being Independence Day, President Trump, the rumor is, I don't know if this is true, but I'm just sharing the rumor for conjecture purposes. The rumor is that something is big that's coming up in his speech. In addition to that, I do believe I shared the video in the community. Working Money channel did a very good video on it, where he highlighted what someone posted on X. It was on the what is that? RBS, the Real Broadcasting Channel, an alternative to like OAN or even Newsmax, I would say, and definitely an alternative to Fox. Just saying. Now, on this RBSN, I want to say it's RBSN, on the little ticker on the bottom, they mentioned Nasara Gesara. So, by coincidence, about 4 years ago, Working Money channel put up a video discussing Nasara Gesara, and he put a link up, and I shared that in the community channel as well. So, wow, this one just broke a light. Wow, broke a light and thinks they're going to back up into traffic. Wow. It's a holiday. Oh, man. Now, Nasara Gesara, for those that don't know, was something proposed circa 1990, 1991. I forgot the gentleman's name. I believe it's in the notes on Working Money channel's video, so thank you. So you can research this out yourself. And the link to the PDF that he had no longer works. It takes you to some Nissan page in Espanol. I don't know why that does that. I guess they bought the URL. However, I have read through that PDF before, and you can find it online, people discussing the PDF. But you want to read the PDF for yourself, because a lot of YouTubers add and take away from it. And it's, when you read it in its entirety, it's kind of like a socialist, how should I say this politely? Dream come true, yes. You can imagine what I was going to say. But socialists would love it. It wipes away all the debt and everything else. And people don't think of the next step where you're going to crash all these finance companies. So, but here's the thing. If the finance companies go down, it's going to wreck everything. Yeah, mortgages, done. Personal credit cards, done. Yeah, a lot of people have this imagination that Nasara, and by extension the global version Gesara, is going to free the world of like a whole bunch of stuff. That's really not the case. It actually causes more problems in the long run than it helps. So, it's definitely something to, don't look at it as with some pie in the sky kind of mentality. Really look at the numbers on it. But it's getting floated about again. Now, a lot of people in XLM community that I've experienced really love the idea, and it's really not a good thing. So there might be a lot of you who are very into XLM, and that's cool. I'm not knocking you, but try to put away any bias that Nasara Gesara is a good thing, and really look into it, and you're definitely going to see why it's really not so good. It puts a ripple, no pun intended, through the economy that will, if not done right, could hold back humanity for generations to come. You're doing 35 and a 55. You are an unsafe driver person in front of you. Anyway, now come on. Yes, I know you're looking at me. Yeah, you're flipping me the bird while you're doing 30 and a 55. Hopefully that person behind me doesn't tail. Alright. ladies and gentlemen, but like we always discuss on this channel, sometimes too slow is extremely unsafe. There's such a thing as being too cautious and breaking in a green light. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, all right, good. Anyway, what we're trying to be cautious about here is if Trump is going to put out a big announcement, then that big announcement is not going to be, if it's Nasara Gassara, that's not necessarily a good thing. Because Nasara Gassara is something that will cause nothing but problems later on. So hopefully this alleged big announcement has nothing to do with that. Now, tying in July 14th, trying to think of whatever that significance is. I know there's something significant. I just can't really nail it. If you know what's significant about July 14th, like historically, please comment down below, because I can't think of what it is. But there's got to be something like that out there. Now, July 14th is only Fed now. That's it. November 22nd is the date for the planet to get online with ISO. That being said, what we have to be very cautious of is our crypto being stuck in exchanges, indexes, something that you can't have immediate. You need permission to access your money. That's the main thing. You know, if you need permission to access your money, it's not your money. So definitely get a hardware wallet. As I discussed here, Trezor is really coming along with their hardware wallet. I am very happy with Trezor. I just really hope they get, you know, on board with ISO and do what they're supposed to do with it, because that is going to be radical. I'm seeing more and more people complaining about Ledger. Decent, I shared it on there. AH for Crypto. He's a YouTuber. Give him a follow. AH is a great guy. He reached out to me when I first started, gave me some tips. He sells the Decent wallet through an affiliate link. And yeah, he gets something like, gosh, what do you say, $10 for it, for each one? But it's they're doing something where you're only going to get paid through PayPal. In addition, as a user of it, an end user, you need to utilize Google. They actually say that on the website. You must use the Google browser. And as we have discussed on this channel, the Google browser is inherently spyware by its very nature. It gathers information on you. And by gathering you, with that, you are the product. What I like about Trezor, and you could say the same thing about Ledger regarding this, in all fairness, is that it has the app that you download, in Trezor's case, Trezor Suite, onto your entrusted, let's say, laptop desktop. Let's say you're very good at maintaining the security protocols of your laptop desktop. You're able to put their app on there, and with that app, you have excellent control of your crypto. Now, they do this third-party stuff. I'm still a little confused by it. I think it kind of makes it a software wallet. One guy said so, but that was a couple of years ago, so I can't say for certain. In any case, shorter version, because I'm kind of babbling right now. I'm not going to use decent because of that issue. Gotta really watch these people. Oh man, I got blew the stop sign. We almost bought it, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah. I can't use decent. I'm not going to use Ledger because of the social engineering hack that they suffered, and they didn't even bother to let their end users know. And so Ledger, sorry, you're out of the picture. But yeah, Trezor's doing quite well. What I don't like about Tangem is the card. The card being a uniquely separate entity, you can't update the firmware. It's not possible. At least that's what I have found. If you know of a way to update that firmware, please let us all know and comment down below. Also, now you can go through some of the other ones. There's another one that, technically speaking, it is not an actual wallet, but more of an external drive. I am not certain which one it is, so I'm not going to say. It's one of two in my head, but I'm not going to say which. And a lot of people have issues about it. But in any case, to get back, Age for Truth, discuss that with decent. So my thing is, you got to be so careful. You have to be careful also with your phones. And we've discussed that before, so let's not go too deep into it. You always got to stay up on the 0-day hacks, whether it's the wallet hack, the operating system hack, the device hack on the actual firmware within the device. There's a lot of things you got to keep up on. So that ties into another idea, which is institutional investing. Now, I did discuss earlier, or in a previous video, I should say, how you have to make sure that you really look at having an LLC or a trust within which to manage your crypto, have custody of your crypto. It's going to be a third-party custody, and you're going to probably use multi-factor authentication, other things like that. A great source of information on that is Jake Claver, Claver. I think Jake is wonderful, really solid dude. And he has a boutique service. But give Jake a follow, in my opinion, and you're going to get a wealth of information from him. So, we got an announcement today, Independence Day from Trump. Now, he's going to speak anyway. He is the president, and it's America's birthday, air quotes. So, it's going to be huge festivities. You got the conspiracy theorists out there saying, oh, they're putting this up in Washington because of protests. Whatever. Even stupid people have the right to protest. Couldn't resist. Had to make some humor. But you're going to have that. Because America is a target, always. And it's unfortunate that it is, but bad management has led to this. America is a target. What better way to send a message than to target America on its birthday? So, that being said. But when you start seeing the Sara Gasara get brought up and everything else, it makes you think that maybe there is a huge announcement, especially since July 14th at FedNow is coming up. So, I just wanted to put that out there. get everyone's juices flowing. Sorry about the other people driving poorly. And if you're going to be like that last guy who says, I'm going to follow you because of road rage, where I'm just talking about how driving slowly is dangerous, I'm sorry. Maybe you shouldn't follow me, because I call out stupidity. And if I'm stupid, I own up to it. But like we almost got T-boned by someone looking to the right while turning left and blowing a stop sign. So, yeah, if that offends you, I can't help you, and I really hope you help yourself. Just saying. Because while we stick it to the man here and not to each other, we're also not a bunch of, I don't know, we'll say weaklings. Yeah, I'm trying to be polite here. I really am. But in any case, ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you have a great day until next time. If you're an American, and you guys say it like that nowadays, American. If you're an American, I hope you have a great Independence Day as well. I personally will be working tomorrow. I'm not working today. Thank goodness. And that's about it. That's all I got for you. So I hope I didn't babble on too much. Sorry about that. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about my opinion on hardware wallets. Let me know if you know something in addition that will help me change my opinion. But I'm still thinking Trezor is the number one for me, and I encourage Trezor. Please continue with the ISO. Please. First I didn't look while turning left. I almost nailed me. I had to come to a dead stop. They drive down the middle of the road. This is 2 lanes. Anyway, be good to each other, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to be chill. I'm really trying here. All right. Stick it to the man, not to each other. And peace.